Hi everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Long time no talk. We've been busy. We went on vacation. We've been working.
A nice little change of scenery.
Yeah, so we're filming today a new video for you.
Our opinions on Disney villains, like their origin stories.
Yeah. We're gonna basically tell you what we think their origin story should be because we were inspired by Cruella's origin story. Because we very much liked it. We very much did. But it's definitely a two-part movie because she obviously, spoiler alert in case I say something and nobody's seen the video or movie. Sorry.
It's been out for like a month.
I know, but spoiler alert, okay. She doesn't wear fur. Okay? She doesn't kill dogs. But that's because this is Estella becoming Cruella, not Cruella becoming a dog killer, if that makes sense. But basically, do you have any opinions on what you think would be in the next Cruella movie?
Like in the sense of what?
Like, what do you think is going to happen in the next part of her origin story?
Well, I think one of the Dalmatians is gonna like eat her dog that her mom got her. Because then she'll be like, that was the last piece of my mother.
Yeah, I agree, because if she wasn't mad about the Dalmatians killing her mom, I feel like the dog's gonna push her over the edge, you know what I'm saying? Because she kind of kept those Dalmatians. But I definitely think now that she has access to her wealth, because at the end of the movie, she got her inheritance when she signed over it to Cruella once Estella died. I think now she has access to have more expensive materials, whereas in the last one, she drifted through trash, she... Do you want to lay down? Can you come lay down?
We'll make a bed for you.
I think now she's going to be able to afford the furs, and then she's going to realize how much she likes them, if that makes sense. So, and you know, she is little. Are you showing them? How cute!
Look at little Papa.
Oh, these are cute.
This little Marcy. Oh, a little Papa.
Thank you. He gave a kiss. Oh, nice.
Kiss for our locusts.
Kiss for our locusts. Our 10 locusts. Yeah. So I definitely think Cruella's love for, her newfound love for fur is definitely going to make her do some crazy things, and I think in combination with the dog killing her dog, it will just icing on the cake. And then we have Cruella the Vil we all know and love. So that's what this video was inspired by, was our thoughts, where we basically were trying to decide what would happen in the second one. And then it got us thinking, what about everyone else? Our next victim, Ursula. My favorite. She's so devious. What are your thoughts about Ursula?
Maybe, hear me out. I kind of think that she was kind of Ariel's father, father's lover.
Oh.
But you know, since he's the king, he was once probably a prince. They probably had a little love affair, and I'm guessing Triton's father found out, and he was like,
she's not royal.
Because, well, when she gets Ariel's voice, she looks like, you know, she's pretty. She's pretty. So I'm guessing Triton's father took out her voice, and so when she gets Ariel's voice, that's why she turns pretty.
What if she was cursed?
Yeah.
She was cursed to turn into an octopus. Do you think she was a mermaid or a human?
I think she was a mermaid. Hold on. I think she was a human, because, you know, that's even more spicy. That's why Triton didn't want Ariel to go up to that surface.
That's literally not even what I was going to say, but I like what you said.
Thank you.
Oh my god. And that's probably why she, hates Triton so much, too.
That's what I'm saying.
And she's jealous of Ariel.
Yeah, that's why she went after Ariel, because she was like,
oh my god.
Your father.
Do you think if she would have gotten Ariel, she would have been able to turn back into a human?
She did.
I know, but permanently.
Well, she was. If Ariel,
right.
she had to get the true love's kiss thing.
And she was like, you didn't.
And she was almost succeeded.
But I think that Triton and Ursula were probably siblings. That's what I initially would have thought. And Ursula was supposed to get, like, the crown or something. Like, I think Ursula would have been the older sibling, but since Triton is the man, he would have, like, the brother, he would have gotten the crown, and it made her jealous. And she would have just turned against him, and that's why she hated him. But I don't know, because, you know, Ursula's an octopus, and then, like, Triton's a mermaid. So I don't know how that would work unless she was cursed, again, like what I said about yours. But I like what you said. I really do like what you said.
Because it makes sense, because if she got Ariel's voice, she would have turned into a mermaid if she was a mermaid. So it makes sense. Since she turned into a human, she was originally a human. Yeah. And then that's why she hated Ariel, because she hates her father.
Yeah.
Because he ditched her. Because I'm guessing his father made him.
Yeah.
So he could marry a princess.
The princess. So our next Disney villain origin story we're going to talk about is probably a more simple one, which is the evil stepmother from Cinderella, Lady Tremaine. I don't know what would make the stepmother hate Cinderella so much, besides, like, Cinderella being, like, prettier than, like,
Her children.
Okay. This is aggressive.
Okay. Cinderella's mom died as a kid.
Yeah.
And then the stepmother didn't come around until she was a teenager.
And she was rude from the start. So I think she's jealous of Cinderella.
She also probably just resents Cinderella because her dad said that, I think, he lied about being rich.
Oh.
If you remember Ella Enchanted, the evil stepmother was like, this is your house? And he's like,
Enchanted.
yeah, what's wrong with that? And she's like, it's a little small, don't you think?
I do think that would be very interesting, though, to see, like, if this became an origin story, more of how the dad and the stepmom met. Because we've had so many retellings of Cinderella, I think it would just be interesting to see a different side, and it be told from Lady Tremaine's point of view. That one was simple. Our next one, the Evil Queen from Snow White.
We're going to lay out what we do know. Okay. So we know Cinderella is a princess. Snow White. Sorry. Cinderella on the brain. So we know that Snow White is a princess.
Yes, from birth.
We know that the evil queen is actually an old lady.
Yes. She
But-
has powers, somehow.
Yes. Okay, just hear me out. So we all know Prince Charming, the 34-year-old man. Oh, my laundry's done. We know
He's
that.
34. Are you confusing this with Pocahontas? Oh.
No, it's real. He's like 34, like 33.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's 14. Anyways, what if Prince Charming is the evil queen's son? Because technically, if she's an old lady, he's old enough to be like her son. So it kind of makes sense. Because, like, we never see Prince Charming, like, where he came from and his family.
Yeah. Also, though, why would she have him go wake her up? Or do you think he just went against the plan? Like, he was supposed to, like, help her go along with the plan, make it easier for her to kill, and then he was just like, oh, I feel bad for killing her, I'm gonna wake her up. Do you think that's what happened?
Hold on. Okay, so, again, we know Snow White is royalty. Maybe the evil queen was jealous of her family's royalty, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe she wasn't actually a queen. Because
Ooh, do you remember the Happily Never After movie? Well, I think it could be like that because remember in the Happily Never After, she disguised herself to make the king fall in love with her so she could be royal. But the evil queen was like her stepmom too.
yeah, in that one movie.
No, like in the original one, like she lived with the queen.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of adds to my theory because maybe she's like, this should be my kingdom.
Yeah, I think she was jealous.
She
and
just
she
wanted to
be.
she wanted to take
And
take
Cinderella was prettier than her, and she didn't like that Cinderella was prettier with her. And that goes along with the happily never after thing, because her whole thing was like she needed to be the prettiest, she needed to be the prettiest, and she had to get rid of Snow White, and Snow White was the prettiest. So I think she could send that guy to distract her, so she could, you know.
Wait, I take that back. If Prince Charming was her son, maybe it...
No, but Cinderella wouldn't know if that was her son or not. He's just there to be a decoy. He wasn't supposed to wake her up.
Yeah, but, like, if it was her son and, like, this evil queen's her mom... I take it back. Maybe it's her henchman.
Ooh.
I like that better than her
Yeah.
son because that's kind of gross. Next villain.
Isma.
Sorry, I wasn't ready
Sorry,
for
the
that.
Snow White one was a mess, but she's a mess.
I digress.
Isma.
Pull the lever, crank!
I think Isma is related to not Cusco, but Cusco's dad. So the old emperor, I think she was related to him, and that's how she had her job, like, in the castle, because she probably, again, kind of a similar situation to my Ursula theory, probably wasn't allowed to be an empress at that time. And she's like, well, fine, I will work my way into it, because she, you know, kept trying to turn Cusco into a llama and poison him.
Ooh. I got a good one.
You got a good one? Is it
Okay.
better than mine?
Yes. Okay, so we know how Isma likes to have her henchmen, because Cusco always said in the movie that this Kronk was like her 5th henchman or something. So my guess is that Cusco's father was Isma's OG, and he probably promised her a good spot, but betrayed her.
So you think him and Isma were a team, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You think he just went against their plan and became emperor and then kicked Isma to the dust, and that's why she hated Cusco. Okay, I like that. Maybe they weren't henchmen per se, but like equals at that point. A power duo. And then she wanted to poison Cusco the whole time because Cusco's dad did her dirty. I would like to see that. I would. I think that would be a good movie. If you get the right Isma, it's good stuff.
Gaston.
Ooh, I like Gaston. I think Gaston's an interesting one because he's mean, but everyone likes him, and usually nobody likes the villain. So I think it's interesting because I think his villainness is just that he's jealous. I think it'd be...
He's jealous of the beast, apparently.
Yeah, well, he wants Belle, and he can't have Belle because Belle's not interested. That one would be kind of interesting. Like, I know Disney doesn't do shorts, but, like, Pixar does shorts. If they did, like, a little short about Gaston being jealous. I don't know if that could be a whole movie or not.
I think Gaston grew up in a competitive household.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's why
Yeah.
he gets jealous.
Yeah.
And that's why
maybe,
he likes the chase.
Maybe Gaston was the ugly duckling in his family.
Oh, like Hans?
Yeah. I think
of
mine. Yeah, I think him and Hans are very similar kind of villains. Honestly, though, the real villain in Frozen is not Hans. It's Elsa. She's the real villain.
She did it by accident.
She's the causing the problem.
By accident. Oh my gosh, Captain Hook. Like how he got to Neverland, because it's for kids that never want to grow up.
Yeah.
So how did a grown man get to Neverland?
Maybe he didn't want to grow up. Maybe he was an adult and he didn't want to take responsibilities, and they took him there.
Hear me out. He's looking for his child.
Ooh. This kid's a lost boy? How do you think he went from 2 hands to 1 and a hook?
I think the alligator.
You think the alligator?
Or Peter Pan himself.
Oh, feisty.
Why else would a grown man be like stuck in Neverland?
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Because we can see him like traveling to find Tinkerbell, because that's how he got into Neverland, I guess.
So, hear me out. Do you think Peter Pan was there first, or do you think Captain Hook was there first?
I think Peter Pan was there first.
Would be
Plot
very
twist.
interesting.
Peter Pan's actually the villain. Because he's taking those kids,
Yeah.
impressionable kids, because as you can see, all the kids that he's taken are younger than him.
Yeah, that's interesting because they're all very little, and Peter Pan is like substantially older.
So I think Peter Pan's probably like 15. And I
I
think
feel like he's probably like 12. He just looks a lot older than them.
I
'cause
think
they're so
he's
little.
probably 15 or 14.
He's a teenager.
And I think Wendy's probably 12
Yeah.
because she was babysitting them. And then her younger brother was probably 4.
No, that was
And-
probably like 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like where you went with that because I would like to see Peter Pan as the villain. Maybe just a movie about Neverland as a whole. Yeah.
My guess, Captain Hook's child.
The skunk?
The skunk.
Why?
Because it makes sense. He's the rowdy one.
Okay.
Well, if he grew up with Captain Hook, he grew up on a ship, which is, you know, you gotta learn how to be tough on a ship.
I want to know, why is Peter taking kids? Like, what's he getting from it? I think that might be more interesting than Captain Hook, to be honest. So now our next segment of the video. Who are we casting to play who? So we already know Miss Emma Stone plays Cruella. We wouldn't change it. We would keep her. Our next villain that we talked about was Ursula. And we have talked about it. And we have agreed. Melissa McCarthy is a great Ursula if you want her to be funny. But you can take it in a different direction with Ursula. And you said Kathy Bates. And I 100% agree.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a serious, crazy Ursula,
That's what I want.
Kathy Bates. But if you want her to be funny, Melissa McCarthy. So it just depends on
I
which
think the
way you
serious
want.
Ursula would do much better than the funny Ursula.
I agree. The next villain we talked about was Lady Tremaine from Cinderella. I think Jessica Lange, we're not going American Horror Story here, but Jessica Lange would be a perfect Lady Tremaine. Tell me she wouldn't. I will think of another one that's not American Horror Story themed because Kathy Bates just coincidentally. But I can't help it. They're good at acting. I think Meryl Streep could do it. No. She could. I love Meryl. Hold on. Hold on. Jane Lynch would eat that up. She would.
We all saw Sue.
I want Jane Lynch to play Lady Tremaine. I do. I think she'd be good, honestly. What are you looking at now?
I was looking at Lady Tremaine.
Oh.
So I forgot what she looked like. Oh my gosh, she would eat that up. Yeah, both would eat it up.
Again, different directions. You got your funny, you got your serious.
Mm-hmm.
Next villain. Evil Queen from Cinderella.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with my girl Regina from Once Upon a Time because she did play the evil queen and she did eat it up.
Yes, but wouldn't that be too... Saw it coming.
Yeah, but there's that one actress that always plays the evil stepsister.
Okay.
She would eat it up again.
Okay, I like what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I like what you're putting down. Ooh. You know who would do a good job if they were older again. So we're gonna wait for the backstory to come out in a long time, okay? Liz Gillies.
Just the younger version. They take it all the way back.
Ooh. I would like a Liz Gillies as the evil queen.
Mm-hmm.
And then the current version is the girl from Once Upon a Time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean that's not perfect. Tell me.
They got like the same nose and everything.
I know, they look alike.
Yeah.
They would be great. That would be...
Just dye Liz Gillies' hair black again.
Yes, that would be amazing.
They kind of look alike. Like they can make it work.
I like that. Our next villain is Isma. Isma might be hard to cast. She might.
I don't know who could play Isma.
We tried. I feel like that would be a good option to try to find a new person. Like a celebrity, I guess. An up-and-coming person.
Gaston. Okay, I have the perfect person for Gaston. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
James Reynolds. Oh, Ryan Reynolds' daughter. I said Ryan Reynolds' kid because he said that she loved Gaston.
Isn't it an S that loves Gaston?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's James? Okay. That would be funny. I would love it. Her first movie. Following in mom and dad's footsteps. I love it. But you like who played him in the live action one, so you would keep going with the cast from the live action? the whole cast you enjoy?
Yeah, because I liked Josh Gad as the sidekick.
Yeah, he's good.
Thought that was a good choice.
Yeah.
I think Johnny Depp would do amazing as Captain Hook.
Of course. Who else?
And then Josh Gad as the...
Who's playing Peter Pan, though? Tom Holland?
I think he's too old.
He literally played Spider-Man, though, a couple years
He
ago.
looks too old.
Yeah.
I think if they're going to have someone play Peter Pan, at least have it be a teenager.
Oh my god, hear me out. That kid from Good Boys, the blonde one. That was just in Luca. He'd be a good Peter Pan.
He would be.
He'd be a good Peter Pan. Like, he looks like Peter Pan's age. I don't know his name at all, but...
Jacob something.
Here's a picture. Girl, we could make a whole nother video about our movie idea for Neverland. Disney, we're writing you a movie pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, we should. Okay, come back for part 2 where we talk about our new movie that we're gonna give to Disney if they pay us.
Bye, Lucas.